250B stock. Michael Leib going to grab the whole shot here in Moto 1. Couple of riders down. This will turn out to be one of the most dramatic championship chases of the week. But more on that later. Here's your battle. A couple of riders coming around for second. Edward Allingham, rider out of Europe, is in third. You've also got to watch the Suzuki rider coming through. That's Lettieri, and then they're going to get hooked up. Allingham goes down. Lettieri runs into him. So that'll give Leib an even bigger lead. A hand over second to Zach Koons on the number 14 Yamaha. So Koons looks good for a while. Then he's got pressure from the number 25 KTM of Seth Rarick. Good battle here for the number 2 spot. Then Rarick goes spinning down to the ground. No such trouble for Leib, who is out front and making it look much easier than it really is. Austin Politelli would eventually move his Suzuki up to the number 2 position. There's Politelli. Good ride by him. And third would go to Kyle Goerke, number 89 on the Yamaha. Those guys had their work cut out for them, though, getting on through on this rough track. Going down there is the 21 of Trevor Mort. There's 57 and 41 battling it out. 57 is Beau Hudson. 41, Grant Ransdell. These guys trying to stay inside the top 5. Like we said, the 98 of Politelli got into second. Checkered flag comes out. Lots of chaos back there, but no stopping Michael Leib. Leib made Moto 1 look easy. Moto 2 would not be nearly as easy. The 31 Yamaha of Cody Hammond gets the whole shot. Austin Politelli on the Suzuki is right there. And also the 44 of Lance Vincent. Vincent pretty quiet, solid in Moto 1, finishes 4th. Gets in the lead here in Moto 2. Leib is going to have to race him to try to get another Moto win. There's 34 Yamaha rider of Jason Brooks also moving up to the number 3 spot. What a spectacular battle Leib and Vincent put on for the number 1 spot. They were all over this racetrack, trading lines, roosting each other. Great to see these two Honda boys just duking it out. Vincent loses a little bit of ground, but not too much. He would definitely keep the heat on. Look at Vincent, feet off the pegs, doing everything he can to try to keep Leib in sight. Only at Loretta Lynn's will you see one rider make a pass, pull away a bit, and then the rider in second just rally the troops, pick his pace back up, and put the leader back on notice. And that's exactly what Vincent did to Leib. Here he is, catches back up, and we've got battle number 2 between these riders for the Moto win. It's really a one-on-one because Politelli, who was up front early, will end up DNFing this thing, and Kyle Goerke, who was 3rd in the first Moto, crashes out as well. So Leib really doesn't have to worry about anybody for the championship except possibly Vincent, who was 4th in the first Moto. Go a little bit further back. There's Politelli before trouble set in. Back to the leaders. Vincent leading on Leib. Here we go. 10 Commandments. They come together, and somehow Leib keeps it on 2 wheels while Vincent goes down in a heap. Inheriting the number 2 spot, the 41 Yamaha of Grant Ransdell, who was nowhere to be seen early. That was a hard crash. Vincent would be able to get up and finish 13th. Leib wins the Moto. He has 1-1 scores in a class that's littered with inconsistency. This is pretty much a guaranteed championship for him, right?
Let's hear for the number 11, Michael Leib.
Moto 3 with 1-1 scores. The only thing that could deny Michael Leib a championship is a first turn crash, and that's exactly what happens. Down and down hard in turn 1, breaks the clutch off of the bike, and he's in pain. So who the heck is going to win this thing now? Beau Hudson gets the whole shot. He's out front for a little while. Then Lance Vincent, remember him, who went down in this section, battling with Leib in the second Moto? He takes over the lead. And it's the number 69 of James Justice putting pressure on. Justice with a 9th and a 7th coming into this one. He's out of championship contention. So no one really knows who's going to win anything, but it sure doesn't seem like Leib's going to be able to do it from down hurt in turn 1. So we'll just start counting points. Edward Allingham has a 5th and an 8th coming into this one. He's toward the front of the pack on the number 23. Maybe he can do it. What about Vincent? Could 1:13.1 scores possibly win it? Vincent's just going to try to win this Moto and hope it plays out right behind him. He probably doesn't even know that Leib is down. There's 57 of Hudson and James Justice in third. The drama was really behind them, trying to watch Leib come through traffic on the 11. As you could see, there was no challenging Vincent out front. He was super smooth when he didn't have Leib to race against. He could ride his own lines, and he made it look really, really easy, just like Leib had when he was out front alone in Moto 1. So here is Leib. Bike's all busted up, making huge mistakes, riding in pain, doesn't have a clutch. You can see how stiff he is on the motorcycle, just trying to nurse that thing home. He would essentially need to get into 14th place to try to win the championship. There's a 23 of Edward Allingham. He's going to come up just short. Same thing for Vincent. He will go 4:13.1. Michael Leib, incredibly with 1:1:14 scores, wins the championship.